exciting player to watch. He has the ability to impact the game in multiple ways, which is something we were looking for in this pick. He's an up-the-middle position player with above-average speed. He gets on base, and once he's on base, he has the ability to really disrupt the other team, and he's an exciting player.
You both referred to him as center fielder. Will he stay there, do you think? Because we always hear, oh, can they stay in center? Do you think he can, Ryan?
Yeah, I've had extensive time to see Corey and visit with him and understand what his thought process is. Louisville is fortunate. The University of Louisville, they've got a plethora of guys that they can run around out there. So for us, he fits as a center fielder, and I certainly don't see any reason why he won't stay there. Like David said, the beauty of it is, he has the ability to move to either side, which is, increases the versatility, which is nice. But we'll send him out as a center fielder and let him run around center field.
With the balance that this draft had, how many guys were under consideration even as of this morning? How many guys were you seriously looking at?
Oh yeah, we had a broad group of guys, probably going back, even into January, and you start to narrow it down, and I'd say we had it narrowed down to about 10, but no clear-cut favorite for us until we got closer, and then I think we zeroed in and got a good feel on Corey and where he might be, and it's tough. Every draft, every year brings a different set of parameters and the pool of players. So this was a good one.
Any extra?
I know talent always comes first, but he's got a really compelling backstory and just his history coming out of Chicago. Is it kind of exciting to see a kid make something of himself like that?
It really is, and it speaks to his determination and what he can ultimately continue to do and become as a major league player. He is a guy who's persevered through a lot. He has a tremendous personality, as Ray said, and certainly exciting to add that type of complete package person to the Brewers organization.
Any extra interest when a guy is from a place like Chicago, just being so close and you have that tie?
It's a nice added bonus, but we drafted Corey because we think he was the best player on the board.
Where do you think a guy like him fits in the grand scheme of things when you pick someone like that in the first round with that first pick as you continue the rebuilding? Where do you see him fitting in the long term?
We certainly think he's going to be a quality piece of this organization going forward. Every player develops at his own pace. We're going to let Corey do the same. We're looking forward to first of all letting him complete his collegiate career, then getting him out on the field as quickly as we can, and letting him begin his professional career. So he's at the very beginning of this journey. This is a very exciting day for him, unquestionably, and when he begins to move through our system, we'll have a better probably understanding of where he fits into the grand scheme of things.
Ray, playing in that ACC, such a great baseball conference, did you like what you saw against top competition in the country when you saw him play against those guys?
Oh yeah, for sure. The ACC this year is as good as I've ever seen it, and like I said, Dan, the head coach at Louisville, did a great job, compiling not just Corey, but a group of really talented players, and that's why they're still playing. But to have the ability to go in and see Corey play against that competition week in, week out, day in and day out, yeah, sure, gives you a lot of comfort and feel, for the player, and I'm excited.
Ray, there are differences because you're talking high school player versus college player, but are there any similarities to Trent Clark's offensive game and Corey Ray? Are they similar, or how are they different?
Similar in that they play the outfield. Different in that they bring different personalities, they bring different skill sets. I think David alluded to it earlier, and we've made a conscious effort. If you can get an up the middle type player who has that kind of power, speed, defense, yeah, we're going to gravitate towards that. And I think Trent is obviously off to a good start and got his career going. But in Corey's case, I just think you're looking best player available here, and David's made it clear from the get-go. Let's make sure we get what we think is the best player, and at this point, that's how we feel we did.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.